Liverpool obviously won the league last year, so they're going to be a really tough team to beat. I know they've lost a couple of players this year, but I think Matt Beard's obviously got a good side there, so it'll be a really tough game to start off with, but I definitely think we're strong enough to go into that game and definitely take points off them to get the league started.
Is it a good game to start off with in many ways, because it will give us a marker in terms of where we are and what we've got to turn into?
Definitely. I think if you played any of the teams in the league now, it's so competitive, which it hasn't always been in the past, that any team that you come across, it's always going to be a difficult game. So there's no best way to start than against Liverpool, the champions last year, and to see where we're at, to look at what we need to do for the rest of the season in order to achieve what we want to achieve as a club.
And on a personal note, what was the main draw in terms of coming to Sunderland? You've joined from Everton.
Definitely the full-time training is obviously attractive for us as players. We all want to be as good as we can be, and being on the ball every day and having the opportunity to train a couple of times a day, it really helps us as individuals improve. So that's definitely the main factor, and I think the club are in a strong position to really compete this year.
And then looking at the training, how much does that help you progress, just in terms of not only as players but in terms of a group?
Well, I think if you look at last season, I think there was quite a clear difference between the teams that were training as a team full-time and the teams that weren't. The pace of the game, the tempo, the fitness towards the end of games, I think it definitely shows as it should. And I think by the club pushing so many players to go full-time will really make a difference in terms of how we can compete with the other clubs that have taken that step forward to going full-time with the players.
Must be nice coming into the club as well with that WSO1 experience. Obviously it's going to be new to a lot of the girls, so you're going to be able to provide a somewhat experienced figure and maybe offer them a bit of advice as well.
It's not too much different playing whichever standard you play at. You have to apply yourself in a certain way, and all the girls that I've trained with so far certainly apply themselves and work hard in training, and I think that's the same in League 1 or 2. I think the standard in League 2 has improved massively in the last couple of years, and I think you'll start to see the gap get smaller between the quality of the two. So I don't think it's about advice, but I definitely think this year the players that Sunderland have are ready to compete in this league, and I think it'll be a really interesting year for the club.